welcome to this week's episode of To Whom Music Concerns. So, To Whom Music Concerns, if anyone, nay, to whom Latin concerns, or will in the future concern. What am I on about, man? What the hell am I on about? Anyway, so Latin music, right? It's a very broad genre, and to be honest, okay, so there's the normal acoustic, yet very crispy. Did I just say crispy? Crisply played guitar, and just soulful Argentinian vocals. Okay, so basically what my point was, if you want to get into that kind of thing, so if you think Spanish, Argentinian, Portuguese, that type of stuff, go for Argentinian, because I think, oh my god, I have found a pattern, right? So, I've been into albums like, there's this one by Nacha Roldan. I'll put all these albums in the description, by the way. And then there's this other one by Pescado, Rabisio. Really into him. They're both really, really good. And then I was like, because they're both in Spanish, obviously, because it's Argentinian. But, like, you just never... What am I saying? Okay. So, I was talking about... Okay. Latin music doesn't always have to just be that crisply played guitar, Argentinian sound, It doesn't always have to be that. It can also be Latin jazz. But, like, not Latin jazz, because, like, what I'm thinking is there's this band called Ezra Collective, right? Modern band, just bringing, like, I have a feeling it's, like, more Jamaican rather than American. But, like, when you get jazz artists like John Coltrane, it's not very dancey. But when you get artists like Ezra Collective, you tend to dance more, because it just has a more dancey feel, hence the Latinness of it. What? Does that make any sense? Because it makes sense in my head, but, like, when I explain it, it's just kind of like, it makes sense, okay? So, yeah. Because like, there's this one song in it, I can't remember if it's it's like on the first side, of Ezra Collective. There's this one, oh my god, I think the album's called Where I'm Meant to Be or something, but I will definitely put this in the description so you have the list of albums that I have mentioned. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, that's another, because, like, this is why I'm saying Latin music is such a broad genre, because what the pattern I've realised was, like, basically the other day I went to Spain, right? And because, like, when you go to a different country, like, when you go on Google, everything's in, like, a different language. So that's where I got the album recommendation to listen to one of the Argentinian albums, and then that's how I got into that, and then I went down a whole loophole. So I listened to Pescado, Rabisio, and then I listened to Nacha Roldan, that is really good album, man. But yeah, basically, if you want to get into Latin music and that acoustic stuff, then listen to Argentinian music. I don't know how good Spanish ones are, but like I'm not saying that Argentina is not Spanish. I'm literally just saying Spain and Argentina have different cultures, but they have the same language. So that's why I got confused, and I was like, oh, wait, I just realised that they are both Argentinian. Maybe this is something to think about. And while I think about it, Brazilian music's really good too. Like, just, yeah. Because I was just talking about Spanish music and just Argentinian music, and I was like, wait, Brazilian music exists as well. But yeah, I feel like, because I want to talk about Afro beats, but like I don't know whether to talk about that in a separate episode or literally just talk about this right now. I mean, I don't really know, but anyway, you know what, it's just like, okay, oh, there's this film, I think that's kind of like where I got into it, is literally my favourite film of all time. Quite a few of my favourite films are like in different languages. Like I don't really know what it is. It's like, this isn't my favourite one. Like there's Nikita. That's one of the coolest films I've ever seen in my life, and that's in French. Like, anyway, and there's Patagonia, which is my favourite film of all time. Oh, there's Amelie. That's in French. Anyway, Patagonia is my favourite film of all time, right? It's a Welsh and Spanish speaking film, and then, long story short, the soundtrack of it is amazing. Like, it's not the kind of thing that you would tend to associate with an amazing soundtrack, because like, I think that should be like an episode by itself, like just really good soundtracks. I think I'm just kind of thinking out loud when I say that, but like duly noting it. Anyway, but there are artists like, oh, I forgot his name now, but like he's really good. Like he did like all the songs on it. Well, not all of them, because Duffy did a few of the songs, and she was in it. She was in the... If anyone doesn't know who Duffy is, I'm sorry, but also not sorry for telling you that she exists, because I'm glad I have told you that she exists. Anyway, his name is Joseph LoDuca, and he's literally done all the songs apart from, there's like Meic Stevens, and then there's different people, but like I'll put them in the description, right? But it's just a great soundtrack. But basically what my point is like, because the whole plot of the film, because it has Argentinian culture and then there's Welsh culture, and then it kind of like merges at one point, because Duffy, who is Welsh, she sings in Spanish, and then there's this one song, it's okay, right, so I made this playlist right the other day. I called it the Holy Grail, because like the Holy Grail of songs. Like because I tend to make loads of playlists, loads of songs, like 200 songs. I mean, like when I was like 13, I made this one, roughly 13, I have no clue. Like before lockdown, let's just say. Maybe maybe a bit before that, after that I mean. But anyway, I made playlists that have like over 400 songs on it, if not more, like 500. Pretty more than that, I don't know. I think I had like all my songs in one playlist. It was mad. I don't know how I managed to... I don't know how I was allowed to have that many songs in one playlist. It was nuts. But anyway, basically, now I have like quite a few like different playlists. Oh, I did have a point, but I completely forgot what it was. But anyway, Latin music's good. And I think you should listen... Oh, wait, no, yeah. I was on about my Holy Grail one. Oh, and what I'm really sad about is that I can't get the Patagonia soundtrack on vinyl. And like, you know, Bob Marley and the Wailers Catch a Fire, right? There's this different... There's the... I don't know if it's like just the UK version. I don't know if it's the UK version or like an American version or something like that, like one that everyone can get. But like there's this one, there's like the Jamaican version, and then you just cannot get it because, you know, it was great. Like you can't sell the Jamaican version, that's good. I think I just said it without saying it, but anyway. But it's like that with the Patagonia soundtrack. But like, it's not on vinyl, but like, I think... Oh, also, if you want to listen to Latin music, or just like anything of like different... like any different cultures and languages, you should listen to... Because I've always listened to Deezer. It's quite odd, but like I always listen to Deezer, right? But if you want to listen to anything of different cultures and languages, seriously, it has Deezer, rather than Spotify or anything, has a lot more depth to it, and it's like there's a lot more variety. And I'm like, oh, how does it have that? I've never seen it before. Basically, if you want to get into that sort of thing, either listen to it on YouTube or something like that, or download Deezer. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, what I was gonna say was this is one song on the Patagonia soundtrack called... I don't know how you say it, man. It was like Deseria or something. But like, she says it in a different way because of like the accent and stuff. Like how you would say like my name in a different accent. Like that's how you actually... Anyway, so yeah, that song is probably one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life. But like that's like the outro song, like the end title song, which is it's just so pretty, man. It's a really beautiful song, and you should definitely listen to that soundtrack. I mean, like, if you want to get into it anyway. But also listen to Nacha, Roldan, Marta Gomez. Oh, what's that guy's name again? Pescado, Rabisio. So yeah. Thank you for listening to this week's episode, and I probably will make this into a different part. I might do one about Afrobeats, and I might do one about soundtracks of films that are very good. No, soundtracks that are good. Anyway, bye!